Okay, sorry, I had to cut off for a second, but yes, I love Earthbound. It's a huge favourite of mine as well, and I managed to beat Mother 1 or Earthbound Beginnings this year. I played most of it about 2 years ago, but I finally managed to get back into it and do it properly this year, so that was great. So now Mother 3 is the last game I need to do to get the trilogy done. So that'll be good. Next up is the Mario and Luigi series, or most of them, because I'd finally beat one of them this year. I don't know why, I've never really clicked with the Mario and Luigi series as much as I have the other Mario RPGs. Because Paper Mario is one of my favorite series ever. And as great as the concepts are for Mario and Luigi, it's just the gameplay has never really meshed with me. Just with like all the double stuff. I don't know. I don't like it as much, but yeah, the concepts for the games are great. Like, that's one thing that this series has over Paper Mario is like a lot of the story concepts are so much more intriguing for the Mario series. Like Mario and Luigi going back in time with their baby counterparts is so fun, and having a game with Bowser in the way that it was an Inside Story was great. Dream Team was also really good with the whole concept of going inside Luigi's head. It actually gave us a lot of, like, from what I've played of Dream Team so far and what I've seen from the walkthrough that I watched a while ago, it really was great with Luigi's psyche stuff. Because that's always been a kind of a thing with the Mario RPGs. They've given a lot more for Luigi's character. And then there's Paper Jam, which I have not watched a walkthrough or played very far into it because it is incredibly boring. Like, maybe one day I'll make a video on what I would have done for Paper Jam, because they had this, like, really awesome concept, and they did absolutely nothing interesting with it. Anyway, yes, I have played the first one, Superstar Saga, and I love a lot of the characters in that game. That's another thing that bothers me about Paper Jam, is that they have made all these new characters in this series, and they actually really brought them back a lot throughout the games, like the Bean Bean people. And then in Paper Jam, it's just like, oh no, Toads, which is like a big problem with a lot of the modern Mario games. It's been much better on Switch, but even now with like the new Mario Party game, it's kind of the same. It's like, would have been cool if you made new characters, or even brought back like MC Ballyhoo from Mario Party 8 as the host. Like, he's like peak character design, and they just dropped him after one game, which is sad. I'd love to see him return one day. And speaking of Mario Party 7, this is the last game with a story I haven't beat yet. And I've gotten to the end of it again, just like a few of these games, but I just can't get past the whole Bowser boss, because if you lose it once, it throws you back, and you have to do pretty much a lot of it again, and it's just, I didn't like it. It's stressful again. I can't deal with it. So yeah, I'll go back to it one day, probably. But yeah, I love the Mario Party stories. And I loved the Mario Party story in the new one as well. It was really relaxing. It's just something really enjoyable about them. I think my favourite's probably 5. Oh no, 3. 3 did a really good one.